All right, so welcome to another deep dive. And today, uh, we've got a tale that's magical for sure,
Yeah.
but also a little bit unsettling.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yeah, we're going to be diving into Chinese literature,
Yeah.
a story called, I know I probably butchered that,
You did okay.
which translates to The White Deer Spirit and the King of the Bixu Kingdom.
That's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful, yeah. And this one's got it all, folks. We're talking magical powers. We're talking a little dash of the macabre and a surprising connection to a powerful deity.
Yeah, it's one of those stories that really sticks with you.
Right. Exactly. And so the star of our show, or I guess I should say the villain of our show, is the white deer spirit.
Right, not your typical deer.
No, not your Bambi, you know?
Definitely not.
Yeah, this deer has some serious magical mojo going on. And the story kind of kicks off with him stealing a magical staff from this figure known as Nanji shouting the South Pole Star.
Right, and that's a big deal right there.
Huge. Right. Yeah, so for those not familiar with Chinese cosmology, Nanji Shaoxing is a big deal. He's associated with longevity. He's considered a powerful deity.
Yeah, he's like the embodiment of a long and prosperous life.
That's right.
So for someone to steal from him, that's really messing with the balance of things.
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, you stole my lunch money, you know.
Exactly, it's a cosmic crime.
It's like universal theft.
Imagine the universe as this carefully woven tapestry, right? Created by the gods and maintained by them, and then suddenly,
Whoops.
yeah, you've got the white deer spirit coming in, just ripping a hole in that tapestry.
Yeah, he's not playing around.
No, he's not. And it threatens to unravel the whole fabric of existence, you know?
Right, so the stakes are pretty high from the get-go.
Very high stakes, yeah.
Yeah, but it gets wilder. So the white deer spirit uses this stolen power to enter the human world.
Oh, boy.
And he doesn't come alone.
Oh,
He brings a fox daughter with him.
a fox daughter.
Yes, and he presents her to the king of the Bixu Kingdom.
That's interesting. I mean, we see this kind of thing throughout history, right?
Yeah.
Using beauty and charm as a way to influence those in power.
The classic power move.
It is a classic power move.
Yeah.
You know, the white deer spirit sets himself up as this trusted advisor.
But his motives are anything but pure.
Yeah, there's something else going on there.
Yeah. So this is where things take a dark turn.
Okay.
The white deer spirit convinces the king that he needs a special potion to ensure a long life.
I see where this is going.
And the key ingredient,
Don't tell me.
the hearts and livers of children.
Oh, no, that's just awful.
Yeah, it's a pretty horrifying concept, but
But it speaks to this very real fear that humans have always had.
of course,
The fear of aging and death.
that's primal.
It's primal, yeah. And the idea of using those sorts of ingredients, obviously ethically reprehensible.
Absolutely.
But it's appeared in different cultures throughout history.
It's true.
So this story really taps into that fear, right? And explores the lengths to which people might go to cheat death.
Yeah, it really makes you think about how ambition and desperation can twist even our most basic human desires.
Right.
Yeah, thankfully our story also has heroes.
Oh, good.
You might remember Tang Sanzang,
Oh, yes.
the compassionate monk from Journey to the West.
Very famous.
He's traveling through the kingdom when he encounters this whole horrible situation, and true to his character, he steps in to help the children.
That's Tang Sanzang, always the compassionate one.
Yeah, he's embodying those Buddhist values of compassion and righteousness.
Absolutely.
And his actions really highlight the importance of standing up against injustice,
Even when it seems like a really huge, overwhelming task.
even when it seems impossible.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so who better to answer that call for help than the legendary Monkey King,
I was just thinking.
Sun Wukong,
Of course, who else?
with his incredible strengths, his magical abilities, and his rebellious spirit.
Oh, yeah.
He's a perfect foil to the white deer spirit.
He is the perfect foil. Yeah.
You've got Sun Wukong, who's all about fighting injustice,
Right.
and you've got the white deer spirit, who's exploiting and manipulating people.
It's a classic showdown.
It really is.
Good versus evil.
And what a fight it is. So Sun Wukong, along with his companion Pigsy,
Oh, yeah.
they storm the white deer spirit's lair, they tear down his facade, and nearly kill him in his human guise as the king's advisor.
Wow.
I mean, it's a pretty decisive victory.
Hey.
But it makes me wonder, couldn't Sun Wukong have used his wit and trickery to maybe outsmart the white deer spirit instead of just brute force?
Yeah, that's a really interesting point. The story definitely seems to prioritize direct action.
Right.
Maybe it's a reflection of that cultural emphasis on decisive action in the face of evil.
Yeah.
But it does raise the question, is there always a peaceful solution?
Right. Are there times when force is actually necessary to dismantle those corrupt systems?
Big questions.
Yeah, it's definitely something to think about.
For sure.
But back to the story. So, just as Sun Wukong is about to deliver that final blow, there's a surprise arrival.
Oh, no.
Nanji Shaoxing himself appears,
Talk about an entrance.
right, to reclaim his stolen staff and to take the White Deer spirit back to face divine judgment.
Wow, divine intervention.
Yeah, no escaping karma.
This really highlights that concept of divine justice.
It does, yeah. Actions have consequences. Even those who try to manipulate fate will eventually have to answer for their deeds.
That's a powerful message.
So we've been on this wild ride. What are we left with at the end of it all? I mean, it's a story packed with ambition, deception, and that constant struggle against evil.
Yeah, it's got all the good stuff.
But it also touches on those deeper themes,
Right.
like fear of death and the lengths people will go to for immortality.
Even at a terrible cost.
Yeah, it's a reminder that sometimes those desires can lead us down a very dark path.
It really challenges us to think about what we truly value. You know, what lines we should never cross, even when we're chasing after something we really, really want.
Right.
And I think it also makes us think about why we are so fascinated by these stories of defying death, even if it comes with a dark price.
It's something to ponder for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, on that note, that's our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us.
Always a pleasure.
We'll catch you next time for another fascinating tale.
Looking forward to it.